Today's video is on MagSafe by Autry Ford, and they sent me this sample. This is Sunshade for Tesla Model Y and Model 3. Let's test this out. We have two pieces of sunshade here, one for the front and one for the back, and it's got some awesome features, and let's look at that in the car. What better car to test the sunshade than a black Model Y with a black interior and glass roof? This car gets really hot compared to the white and silver counterparts. Also, where I live, the temperature can get anywhere from 90 degrees to 100 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. Currently, it's one of those peak days where the exterior temperature is about 95 degrees and the interior temperature is 115. So currently it shows 97, 114. It's cooled down a bit due to all the clouds that are coming up. But generally, 20-degree difference between the exterior and the interior on a normal cloudy day, and if it's a sunny day, it goes up to 30-degree difference. Now let's put the sunshade on and see what happens after. Even if there's a 10-degree difference, and if we could set the cabin overheat to protect the car at 100 degrees, it would make a huge difference in my opinion, as well as the sun shining from the top while you're driving. That would make a difference as well. So let's put on the sunshade and see how it makes a difference and how the installation process is. Comes with the user manual and a little box of accessories where you have a little pry tool to pry in between the glass and the roofs to create some space so you can insert these magnetic clips. You have a total of 6 clips, and the positioning, as you can see, one goes in the mid front here, 2 for the front, 2 for the back sides, and 1 straight back. I believe these magnets click together in the middle, so you don't need anything in there. So there's a front panel and a rear panel, and 6 clips total. The clips looks like this. They are magnetic, so they're clinging to each other. It's a cool one, and you can see the logo printed right here, and that side is supposed to go up towards the roof and the magnet faces down. So in other words, in order to put this up, the magnet faces down, you put this on here like that, and you can see you have to kind of pry it with the tool a little bit to create extra gap. Right, you use the tool to create some extra gap, put some pressure to open it wider, and it should lock in place. Alright, so once you wiggle it in, as you can see, it sits nice and tight. Actually, the grooves in that, I can show you here, the grooves that are right here, see that little notch? That clips onto the edge here, so kind of drops down a little and the magnet is exposed. Make sure it's exactly in the middle over here, and that is how you line that up. Make sure it's exactly in the middle where you can see the center of the car. That's where it's lined up for the front. Okay, let's look at the positioning. The first clip goes right here, the magnetic clip where the emergency flashers can be used as reference to line up. And then you can see the second one is just shy of the B pillar right here, and same on the other side as well, just shy of the pillar. And the third one on the back, you put it right above the light. You do the same on this side, and on the fourth one, and the last one, center in the rear glass. So that you can line up with a Tesla sticker that's right there in the glass. There is a Tesla emblem. You can line it up with that. So and generally put up all 6. It really doesn't matter if you do it like an inch or 2 this way or that way, because it's actually grabbing the metal piece that is full length, not just one little area. So you'll be fine. Now let's put the shade on. All right, let's look at the shades. This is the front shade, and it's clearly marked on this side as this side up, and it also says front, so that gives us a direction. And where to flip. And the upside, which is facing the roof, is a lot more shinier because it has a radiant barrier that'll prevent the UV rays from entering in. It just reflects it back out to the sun, and that keeps the car much cooler. It's just like the radiant barrier you would use on an insulation in a house in the attic. And on the other side, the flip side is much more softer, less shiny, and just like any other car's headliner, so that same material feel, nice and soft. The pores or the mesh basically cuts the amount of light coming in. That way it gives you the shade for you to be in. It's you can see a little bit, but not much at all. It's pretty much opaque. So let's put it in. All right, I'm ready to put this in. Shiny side upward and that label towards the front. And as you can see, I'm doing this one-handed. The other hand is holding the camera. So it's not that hard. Just got to line it up where I'm supposed to be, and then make sure it clicks into the magnet. Do the same on this side. There you go. That clicked in, and that clicked in as well into the magnet. This whole thing is metal, so you can literally click anywhere at this point. Adjust the corners so the gaps are even. And that's about it. I don't know if you can get the full view or not, but I'm done with one-hand installation halfway. So let's put up the next panel, and that'll be the end of it. Same thing, it comes nicely folded like a butterfly. All you have to do is twist it and undo. Pretty hard with one hand again. Hold on. Whoa. Just springs to action. And again, the same ordeal. The sticker here says pull, and another sticker that says front back. Oh, here, yeah, that's right. This side says clearly rear, this side up. So that's what we do. We put this in this direction of the car, and let's go inside. Yeah, the rear thing goes the same way. You just snap on two sides there and snap the third side here, and then line that up with this particular seam. So front and back, adjust it to the point where they both are in sync with each other, just like that. Right, that's it. 100% done. Fully shaded. You can't see anything outside at this point. It's kind of nighttime, but in the morning a little bit of sun will peek through, but just enough that it doesn't affect you at all. What do you think about this? A couple of things. There are some so what do I think about this? First opinion, everything was easy to install. Within like 2 minutes I was able to install the clips and the shades with just one hand. I'm actually filming with the other hand, so that was super easy. On the other hand, what I don't like is there are some creases here from packing and shipping, which what I'm going to do is try to run a steamer or something. So just like ironing, not like heavy heat, but just to neaten them up, and I think that'll give a better look overall. This is just from folding it and shipping, I believe, and I'm assuming that'll just go away at that point. The second thing I noticed is to get this seam right, you have to suspend this, kind of like the design itself has a little gap between this and the glass. You can see that about an inch or so gap, and like this, it's just barely tension holding. So instead, if the design was a little better, see, I just put one on top of each other, so that is holding a little better, but then a little gap forms here. So I have to play with it and see what fits well. I would love if there was like an adhesive magnet or something on the glass where this thing like fits just back up there. That would have been cool, but that's not here. On the other hand, I've used other shades. This shade is way better than any other shade I've ever used. The other shades are also black, gives more darker feel inside the car. This is nice, goes with the headliner. color that's existing here, and I think it's good so far. Let's test out the temperatures once the sun is out. All right. After the sunshade installation, it looks like there's a 25-degree difference between the interior and the exterior. But at the same time, without the sunshade, it was 30-degree difference. So 5-degree reduction seems to be very small, but at the same time, I feel like the main purpose of this is to not let the sun rays hit your head and the infrared rays coming into the car and UV hitting your skin. So that shading purpose, it does quite well. On the actual reduction of heat, it's only about 5 degrees, I would say, makes a difference. So if you keep your cabin protection on, it won't matter at all. But it's really good for shading, and it's easy to put on. And I really love it because you can take it off and put it on quite easily. And it's certainly something I would keep it in the car, and all my Teslas that I would definitely have this. So if you really like the video, please subscribe and give a thumbs up. And also, if you like the product, no pressure, but I'll put the link in the description. You can buy it as well. All right. See you in the next video.